Welcome to your weekly interval. This is the Best Damn Nerd Show. I am your host, Microphone Alchemist James Kincaid, and with me today, Professor Chris Davis.
With a different kind of beverage today.
Different kind of beverage for you, different kind of backdrop for me. I am on a remote location, an undisclosed location. I'm dog sitting for a good friend and fellow nerd that I grew up with, and just look at this desk. He's got a little Optimus Prime guy going on here and everything. That's for you, those of you on the YouTube. But welcome back, Nerdosphere. We are fresh off of our week off, our annual Comic-Con themed trip. Comic-Con was online again this year, and after the stunning failure that was Comic-Con at home last year, decided to go a different direction and and just get away for a little while rather than trying to sort of wade back into that morass. So this segment
you would think that we would for a 1 year on the relaunch kind of do like a big show or something.
Hey, we went
the opposite route.
What? We did a big show. We did a best of.
The best of a clip show.
With never before released audio footage from my own failure to launch pet project that was Innard Sanctum, about the stuff from the cutting room floor, which, one episode or not, I'm still very proud of that, cobbling together, and it allowed me to play around in the old time radio sandbox that I love so much. So I won't apologize for it. I hope you enjoyed the clip show. I gave you what you all wanted: our best fights, some nerdy creativity, and some never before released audio. So I don't think anybody's got anything to be mad about.
Not even.
I mean, we do, and I do specifically, that we'll get to later on in the show. But not the nerds, not the fans of this show.
Spoiler alert, everyone! James is mad today.
I'm not mad. I'm feeling great today. Not about some things, namely what's going on in the background here, but we'll get to that later on in the show. So this first segment is going to be about us reminiscing about what we got up to on our nerdy vacay, what board games we played, what maybe Comic-Con exclusives we bought, and what we got up to on our BDNS getaway, which it was so good to be with you guys again. It was myself, it was you, Davis, it was Chief Science Officer Mark Truex, and Imperial Commissar Jeff Budd, and we all got together. I left a little bit early. I mean, I arrived a little bit early, I guess I should say. I went because I wanted to actually experience. Yeah, I was the last one to leave, technically. Spent all day in John Wayne Airport, but I wanted to go a little bit early to Southern California to actually be inside San Diego for a little bit, even though Comic-Con was virtual and everything. And that was great, but
they didn't have the convention center set up.
No, but Gaslamp was still jumping. Like, they're doing block parties and stuff. Yeah, because they're doing
it's Comic-Con week.
Well, I think
they're grasping at straws.
They've just been doing like block parties and stuff like that, I think, since stuff opened up and whatever and what have you. So yeah, I mean, that was fun. But then we all met up together at the Truex residence in his own undisclosed Southern California location, and that's really when it started in earnest. Yeah, pretty much.
There was like a Wednesday night preview night at Jeff's house.
That's right.
It was just a catch up night, a little early night, but in the morning, he showed us some pretty cool stuff that he was doing. So
yes, he working on a Best Damn Nerd Show video game RPG. Got this RPG Maker game. It's pretty awesome, and he's put a lot of time and effort into it. And he showed us the town that he's created and just the dialogue that he's written, which is just so choice. And he also gave us a preview night of what board game selection we would have to be playing, which we will talk a lot about here. But before we get into the games we played, Comic-Con, the exclusives are a big part. I think what you have next to you right now, Davis, is that a Comic-Con exclusive, that Black Knight from Monty Python thing, or no?
It is. Yeah, it was. I think it was last year, actually.
Oh, okay.
So it was another at-home exclusive. got the Black Knight. You can change his sayings on the bottom. You can't really read it on the YouTube, but still a nice little. They have little quotes on the bottom here. It says, "I've had worse," so that's pretty apt for my days these days. So
yeah, well, toughen up, step up a lip, Davis.
they're all sayings like that, so it's pretty spot on.
Yeah, but I mean, getting the exclusives is something that we've done with varying degrees of success or interest level. I remember the Scouters from a few years ago was a hot item that Jeff and I both wanted to make sure that we got, and then there was that whole debacle where I was buying an exclusive for somebody else, and I was trying to stay in the line, and you sort of blew up my spot there, Davis. But you're calling me.
You should listen to security.
No. First of all, there's a volunteer. Anyway, this year was no different. I mean, in some ways, much more convenient because of the online ordering and stuff like that. I don't think I got anything last year. I don't think I saw anything that sort of caught my eye at the price point that I was willing to pay. Like this year, there were definitely some cool exclusives, like that Wolverine meme exclusive of him holding the portrait, and looking at it longingly. But for $200,
Mando.
no thank you. No thank you.
I gotta say that just the fact that you could change the head out for Morph and it be episode 1 of the X-Men animated series almost got me just for that fact, because that was pretty nice touch.
Yeah, but $200, Dave.
You're right. No, I mean it was very nicely crafted figure by Mando. $200 though. Yeah, it's a bit steep.
Yeah, just a little bit. But what did you end up getting?
Well, I was looking through the list, and that Thursday morning, we were kind of having our breakfast, shooting the shit, and you have to go through it, and you got to see every one. However, there was quite a lot of peer pressure as I was looking through the list, because very early on in the Mattel list, there was a very cool Jurassic Park Samuel L. Jackson with the raptor in the bunker, and James was like, "You gotta buy it now! You gotta buy it now!"
Dude.
And it's gonna go. I'm like, I haven't seen everything. I get one.
Hold on. It's Jurassic Park, which is a property you love.
Yeah,
correct.
Top five. Yeah.
It's a first of all, it was affordable. It was what, $25?
Yeah, it was very affordable
for two. Not one, but two figures. And one of the figures is Mr. Arnold. Yeah, a little playset is Mr. Arnold, with, detachable limbs and all that stuff. Mr. Arnold, played by Samuel L. Jackson, who, if you are a true believer and longtime fan of this podcast, you will know that Samuel L. Jackson is what? Probably your favorite actor extent on this earth?
Yeah, it's between him and Guy Pearce, yeah.
So yeah, I'm being a good friend. I had it scouted for you before you even got down there. I knew. I was like, this is the exclusive that Davis has to get. It's $25. It's a really cool little playset dealie from one of his favorite movies featuring his favorite actor. So I know you, and I know what's best for you, just like I know what's best for the nerds.
But I refuse to give in to this damn peer pressure I was receiving.
I also didn't want to sell out.
Everything. Yeah, it did go on sale at 9 that morning, and it was about 8:30.
That's why I'm like, you better get it, bro.
I had a lot of lists to go through, and I didn't end up. So to the end here, I did realize, okay, this is the one I want, and that was about probably 9:45 once I got through all the lists. And so luckily, it didn't sell out. One of the few that had not at that point. Because even though there were no lines, there were online lines, and
yes,
lots of people were getting them. A lot of things sold out, within 5-10 minutes. So, for future reference, Nerdosphere, if you're looking at a Comic-Con exclusive, get in there right when it opens.
Yeah, no, I think that's sound advice. I mean, that's kind of advice when you're at the con too. It was nice not having to wait in a physical line. We just enjoy our breakfast and our coffee and everything while we're waiting. I mean, I knew what I was going to get as well. Also from Mattel, it was the Comic-Con exclusive Sergeant Slaughter pro wrestling action figure, and I've decided that in light of the fact that the same Thundercats line of figures are not like the Comic-Con exclusives anymore that I used to collect, I think the Mattel line of their pro wrestling releases, whatever Comic-Con exclusive. I think that's probably going to be my sort of go-to one exclusive that I'm going to get every year. And I need to track one down because I did not get last year's Mr. T. So I'm already behind the 8 ball, but I got a line on one. But I do have the Slim Jim, Macho Man, Randy Savage, and all that good stuff. But the Sergeant Slaughter sold out almost immediately. I got it, but when I refreshed, it was completely gone, and people were pissed. So there's a lot of people talking about independent retailers buying too many of them. You were limited to 2 per purchase and everything like that, and then you saw immediately on eBay and other places just the markup on it was going through the roof. So there were a lot of people that were upset about that one. I did, and even as in one breath I talked about the exorbitant price of that Wolverine released by Mando. Mm-hmm. There was another. I'm a philanthropist. I like to be a charitable man. And help these, independent mom and pop shops create the toys that they want to make. So, this small company, again, very small, Mattel, was created. It went into crowdfunding.
Small.
Yeah, extreme. Never heard of them. Went into crowdfunding for this WWE, was WWF at the time, new generation style ring with entranceway. It harkens back to a very specific time period in the 90s from the World Wrestling Federation. Comes with an exclusive Kevin Nash Diesel action figure, and if it gets fully back to Doink the Clown and some other stuff, literally the wood slats that make up the mat of a wrestling ring are in this playset though.
Oh wow.
Cloth turnbuckles. Yeah. I mean, and just again this small downtrodden family run outfit trying to crowdfund this project.
Yes.
I had as a man of charity and a man of means, I had to step in and help back this project at a very reasonable $250. Oh. So
I can't judge. So
well, you can. Yours was $25.
No, not the Muppets band set though. When I got
that's fair.
Back, so
that's very fair.
Yeah, so I can't judge you there, but no, I mean and that is something that definitely is different with this. That is unfortunate, is because you can't have all these people buying up the stock away from the actual fans. And because I looked at that Wolverine Mando figure online, and it was already going for $450. So it's just,
honestly thought it'd be going for more. It probably will be shortly.
It probably will be, yeah. I mean, but the thing is, buy 2, sell 1, and you're probably making your money back. So probably should have thought of that, and I wish I would have did it now.
Yeah, but then you gotta go through the whole rigmarole of selling it and stuff like that. And if I buy 2, part of me is gonna be like, okay, I can take one out and leave one in the box and kind of deal, and wait and stuff. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I may or may not have bought 2 Sergeant Slaughters.
See, and now you can make your money. It's like you never even bought it. It's like you just
true. I mean, he's going for a lot more too, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah. But I ended up getting one more item that released on Saturday. I forget the maker. I think it was 100% soft. They did last year what Mark wanted. Was the dumpster fire little figure. This year they went up their game and comboed with the artist that did the meme with the dog drinking coffee in the room.
This is fine.
This is fine. This is fine, dog. And they put the dog sitting on top of the
dog was watching
fire.
Masters of the Universe Revelation.
And it has "This is fine" written on the dumpster. It's kind of a work meme at this point. So I got that for the office.
I didn't know you got that one. That's great. How much was that?
That was the same. I think it was 20, 25.
Yeah. I wanted Mark to get that, but Mark felt like since he didn't get last year's dumpster fire, that his collection would be incomplete by getting this one, so he didn't get it at all.
No, this was perfect for multiple reasons on my end, so it was good. So I ended up getting 2 this year.
Good. I didn't even know that. I have no idea when they are supposed to arrive.
But I think my dumpster fire ships in October.
That's the one thing about these Comic-Con exclusive.
You never know.
Comic-Con exclusive psychosis just takes me over. It's like I gotta order. I don't even care when it gets here. I mean,
this one. In my Monty Python Black Knight here, I think didn't show up till 6 months later. And I was like, oh, and then a package showed up. I was like, oh yeah, I got that.
That'll be a nice little surprise.
Yeah. So I think the Mattel one is actually pretty quick. My Jurassic Park. So we'll see where that's going to go.
Well, you know, they work hard there.
Yeah, no,
Sweet.
The small mom and pop. You got to support. I hate that we both bought Mattel stuff though. Like we didn't even get anything from the small guys.
We're supporting local business.
Yeah. There is one store there that has an extensive exclusives every year. They're kind of like mock figures of there's like a Han YOLO with the Kanye glasses and decked out and like highlighter gear, and it was just a funny figure, and they do that kind of stuff, but they're like $60-$80 because they're only 50 or 100 in stock.
Yeah.
And they're not the best made figures either.
Yeah, and the novelty, I don't know, not my thing, but more power to you if it is, and you know, more power to you if you actually enjoyed Comic-Con at home this year. But